everybody, what's up? Don't worry, there is a chapter here, but it starts off with Thatch and Rachell doing the dirty, and they're, it's really drunk and sloppy, and there's a lot of, moaning and all that, so, it's not appropriate for YouTube. If you want the uncut thing, this book is on Audible, and, people on Patreon get these as soon as I'm done with the chapter. So, there's that. Alright, here's the rest of the chapter.
When he passed back out, he didn't wake up until there was a knock on his door in the morning. Thatch ignored it. He rolled over and wrapped his arm around Rachell. Another set of knocks pounded on the door. Thatch rubbed his head and wondered who it could be. At first he figured it was Stockton, Mackenzie, or Chuck, but they would have just come in. Then he thought that it might be one of his junior Marines. He rolled his feet off the bed and looked at his phone. The battery was dead. Maybe there's an emergency and someone couldn't get a hold of him, so they came to his room instead. He slipped on his jeans, put a sheet over Rachel's body, and walked to the door. He opened it to see Samum standing with her hands folded together in front of her and a regretful look on her face. Thatch stepped into the hallway, closed the door, and leaned back on the wall with his arms crossed, staring at her in silence.
I'm sorry for baking that frame in your room,
she said, meekly staring at the floor.
I didn't realize I could be such an angry drunk. I shouldn't have put you in that position. I shouldn't have done what I did last night. I never thought that I'd be the bad guy in a relationship, but here I am.
Samum's eyes started to water over trembling lips.
I know you poured your heart into that painting and that it was valuable to you, and I treated it like garbage. Let me know if there's something I can do to make up for it. If it needs a new frame, I'll go get it.
She bit back her bottom lip and let her tears roll down her cheeks.
Obviously, there's no obligation to give it back.
Thatch wasn't impressed with her show. While his heart ached for her, he knew that nothing good would ever come out of the two of them being together. He wanted so badly to grab Samum and hold her in his arms. However, he knew without a shadow of a doubt that they'd just end up fighting again and embarrassing themselves. Thatch tightened his grip around his arms.
You try so hard to be liked and to tell everyone about how loyal and compassionate you are, but I don't want to hear your stories anymore. Everyone sees right through you. You're a professional shit talker with no capital to back up your claims. You're so desperate for attention that you post on your page every hour of the day in every manner of dress and action, and still, after that, you can't manage to keep anyone in your life for any significant amount of time, no matter how much of your body you throw at them. Hell, from what I've seen, even your family hates you. The only loyal friend you're ever gonna have is that stupid fucking poodle you keep at Misha's house, and even that depends on you constantly fucking feeding him.
Samum sniffled, but Thatch didn't let up.
You're a demon, hailing from a family running with Lucifer's godforsaken blood. Your whole bloodline is rotten. You have to use sex or the allure of it to get anyone to have interest in you because your personality is so corroded that you're even more insufferable than you are unscrupulous. And that never lasts long either. I've seen more than once that you've had to threaten to falsely accuse people of raping you just to keep you around. And even then, you can't hold a relationship together for more than a month.
Samum started to weep. Thatch adjusted his back on the wall and continued.
You prance around in your sundresses and skirts to hide the cellulite that could be seen through a pair of fucking jeans, and you've got a line of acne between your tits. Those puzzle me too. You've packed on so much fat since I met you that you look like tanned cottage cheese stuffed inside a meat suit, and you still have A-cups. They probably have to keep you locked up in the barracks because children would run away screaming from the terror if they saw you out in town. Your body is so diseased that your rotten cunt literally tastes like penicillin. You are the human equivalent of foreskin, and if you were a man, you'd probably still have yours, you fucking heathen!
Samum sobbed and wrapped her hands around each other, trying to comfort herself. Thatch cracked his neck and kept berating her.
You're so bad at your job that your NCOs are trying to force you out of the unit. You're an embarrassment as a Marine, a witch as a woman, and a fool before God. And when you die, you'll be a fucking clown in hell. You think that you're so slick that you can skate by everything without anyone noticing while you showboat all your affairs all out in the open like the fucking whore of Babylon. Your ideas of justice will be found null even in Herod's court. Your judgment is as accurate as a rifle with broken sights. You're less dependable than the weather here in March. You have the initiative of a rock and are as decisive as one too. You have the tact of a gorilla and the integrity of a fucking scorpion. You're as enthusiastic as a dead tree in the desert with the bearings of a toddler. You're more selfish than Satan, and you have the courage of a draft dodger. You have the knowledge of a goldfish, you're as loyal as a snake, and you have the endurance of a sloth. Your soul is so poor that if God forbid you ever bred, that your children would probably hate you too. You even hate yourself. You're going to die unloved and alone, and I should have let you fucking kill yourself.
Samum fought back the tears the best she could, but couldn't stop from blubbering with her eyes pinned to the floor.
Look at me, Sharmuta!
Thatch moved his head around to try to get her to make eye contact with him, but she wouldn't. Thatch put his hands on his hips. She kept her chin on her chest.
Fucking look at me!
Her weeping eyes looked up to him from under arched eyebrows.
Stay the fuck out of my life!
Thatch disappeared back into his room, slamming the door behind him. Rachel leaned up from the bed.
What was that?
She asked in a sleepy voice. Thatch tapped her foot and pointed his thumb towards the door.
Get the fuck out.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'd like to thank my patrons who get these chapters as soon as they're done. I'd like to thank the YouTube channel members who get these as soon as I upload them. And I'd like to thank everybody who gets a war chest, who when you get the war chest, that's the box set of these books. You know the deal by this point. They got stickers and cards and a patch, and I put a pin on this map where it goes when you get it. I'm trying to get one in every state. I'm still missing a few though. I don't have any in Montana, but you know, I think there's more cows than there are people there, and cows don't know how to read. There's none in Nebraska either, but you know, again, actually, I don't know if there's more cows than there are people in Nebraska, but I mean, I don't think Nebraska's really got all that many people. Omaha's there though. Why isn't there a war chest in Omaha? There's only one pin in the map in Alaska, but I think that went to somebody that was in the army, so who knows if that's still there or not. But the pin stands, so there's that. There aren't any in Hawaii though, and shipping's not an issue with those because, you know, friggin', these fit in a flat rate box, so shipping doesn't have an effect on price. It's already calculated in. But I am still missing Delaware and Massachusetts, and then Connecticut, and I think Illinois. But we'll get there. We'll get there one day. I gotta figure out like a thing to do once we get a war chest in every state though. I don't know what that should be. If you have an idea though, leave it in the comments and we'll talk about it. We're gonna have to do some kind of event. But anyway, I guess that's that. But anyway, moving along, I hope you're enjoying the read so far. We still got a good bit to go in this book still. It's a thick chonker of a book. It's the longest Smokepit Fairy Tales book, both by actual word count and chapter number. So thanks for sticking around. All right, anyway, it's already Monday and I want to get this video up. I keep meaning to do these earlier than I do. I need to make a calendar and like set like a date. I'll try to get on that. Maybe Thursdays. We'll see. As a matter of fact, I think I'll just go ahead and do 2 chapters today for the videos. I mean, you know, I'm not going to post 2 chapters, but you know, I'll have them up for, you know, the YouTube members that want to watch them. But yeah, all right. You have a good day. I will catch you around and hear your blippers. All right. Ciao.
Test. Hangover. Test.
Test 2. Test 1 made me sound like I was a freaking, like, Decepticon. We're gonna give this a 3rd test, just for, you know, double positive, because that first test was so weird.
And now it is time for me to record the shortest chapter for Samum, the shortest chapter, where she's, you know, insane still, and trying to be manipulative, but it sounds like Thatch actually gets his head on fucking straight about the crazy bitch. I mean, it did take him long enough.
Cool. All right, let's do this.
But it's nice that he did tell her to fuck off. That was beautiful. That was nice for me.
Hell of a good start.
Yeah. All right.
I was expecting it to be a body part.
Completely insincere, sort of shit apology, manipulation attempt.
You're gonna die unloved and alone, and I should have let you kill yourself. Holy shitballs, Mom!
Chapter 31, Glass Hearts.
Damn!
I shouldn't have okay, starting over.
Samum sobbed and wrapped her arms. Hands, damn it! God, I did the same thing twice in a row.
Sometimes I don't read so good. I don't learn how to talk the pretties.
Reading is my strong suit. Yeah, in other words, I don't like you. Nothing personal. I'm in a bad mood.
Get the fuck out of my life, you dumb bitch! Ah! Okay.
All right, well, that was 31.